eForm design instruction. The last video, we provided a guidance on how to create and modify the best suitable form for Form Plus. So this one, we will instruct user on how to use eForm Designer to design your eForm and introduce how some fields work on an eForm. So let's get started. After you logged in, go to eForm Management and click on the eForm Designer. Then click on the Add icon in the eForm Designer homepage to start designing your eForm. First, copy your ready-made form in Microsoft Word. Then in eForm Designer, click the Paste icon in the menu bar or press Ctrl+V in the eForm Content Editor to paste the form into the editor box. Then the form will be successfully transferred into the eForm Designer. Next, I will introduce you all of the eForm Designer menu bars. The first menu bar allows you to customize text, such as text alignment, font style, or font size. If you think the font size is too big or too small, you can drag on the text you want to modify, then select the size you prefer. The second menu bar has diversity features. There are cut, copy, and paste icon, undo and redo button. You can add more table, insert and edit image, video, or link. The last menu bar is the most interesting bar. We provided plenty of fields that you can freely add to suit the role of each individual field in your eForm. There are a few notes you need to keep in mind before adding the field to the eForm. First, every field should have unique name. Every field should have unique and identifiable names which can become easily recognizable on the eForm report and statistics. Incorrect field names could cause system errors or the eForm report to not display properly. Second, before adding the field, make sure you delete all spaces by press backspace button in the place you wish to add field. Now, I will use an order form as an example form. In the Submitted By field, I will add User field. This field will shorten the process time because users only need to select their usernames when apply the form, or the system will automatically select according to the username you use to log in. Type the name you prefer to use in User field. Just remember, the name should be unique. I will use the same name as its main field. Submitted by with no spaces. Because the name cannot have any spaces, then select Default Format and select Required, means user need to fill this, otherwise the form cannot be sent. Then click OK. In the font field, I will add Number field, so the user can only fill numerically in this field. You can add value or character width as you prefer. In the email field, because there is different name of email, some only alphabet, some contain number or other symbol, I decided to use text field. This field allows you to fill both alphabet and number. Because the address field needs more spaces than other fields above, so I will use the text area instead of text field. In this field, you can decide the size of the box by set number of columns and rows. Now, let's move to the row below. There are item, description, size, color, quantity, unit price, amount, and total fields here. In the item field, the grid is strongly recommended, because the system allows applicants or eForm editors to dynamically add a row without having the designer to input large number of rows. The grid feature supports arithmetic operation. There are multiple sizes of clothes for user to choose, so I will use the Select field. This field allows user to either select an option or select multiple options from a list of availabilities. The users can also be forced to select one, select multiple, or select none at all. Name. Allow user to define a name for the field. Users are suggested to define a name that is easily identifiable for future references and management. Required. Allows user to set if the applicant is required to fill in the field. Text. A label that user will immediately see when they open the drop-down menu. Value. The value of the operations that will be recorded by the computer system or analyzed in report. The value does not have to be the same as the text above. Set as selected value. The users can set a certain option in the menu to be a default value that will be selected upon loaded. Delete allows user to remove an option from the list. Add allows user to add a new option in the text box to the list menu. Modify allows user to overwrite a selected option with the value entered into the text box. Up and down allows user to move up or move down a selected option in the list menu. And if you wish user to have multiple selection, you can choose Allow multiple selections. First, I add space so there is no text appear on the first choice of select field. Then I add the selection, which are extra small, small, medium, large, extra large. You can also use up and down button to move the selection. Then click OK. In the total field is the part that is needed to calculate all the amount. Our system also provided the calculate system, so users don't have to calculate themselves. First, add the number field. After done with the general setting, click on the calculation settings. Then you can fill the field that you need the system to calculate. In the example, I want all the amount field to auto-calculate, so the formula should be sum amount. Then click OK. When the content design part is done, you can click on the Test Now button on the left of the editor to test if the eForm functions as expected. Now, we will run the eForm content test by fill the eForm and see if it functions as expected or not. First, select User. Then fill in the phone, email, and address field. You will see the red sign says this field is required if you haven't filled in the form that required to fill. So you need to fill them, otherwise your form cannot be sent. Next, in the item field, by using grid row, make it easily to add or delete the item. Write the description, then choose the size and color. As we use select fields here, so user only need to select the choice that an eForm provided, can shorten the process time of writing the details. Then fill in the quantity and unit price. You will see that the amount field is the result of quantity multiple unit price because I already entered the formula quantity multiple unit price in the calculation settings of the amount field. Therefore, after I fill in the quantity and unit price field, the calculation system will automatically calculate in the amount field. The total field is as well as the amount field. The calculation system will do its job by calculate all the amount and result in the total field. Then click Test Submit to see how the eForm functions and appear.